amazing young women who just fill me with pride. Developed for my brilliant wife and partner, Michelle. Has made me a better father and a better man. Who's gone on to inspire our nation as First Lady. And somehow hasn't aged today. I know, the same cannot be said for me. My girls remind me all the time, wow, you've changed so much, Daddy. And then they try to clean it up. Not bad, it's more mature. And it's true. I was so young that first time in Boston. I've insisted that change is never easy, never quick. But we wouldn't meet all of our challenges in one term, or one presidency, or even in one lifetime. So tonight I'm here to tell you that, yes, we've still got more work to do. More work to do for every American still in need of a good job or a raise, paid leave or a decent retirement, for every child who needs a sturdier ladder out of poverty, justice system fair. Your plan is more secure, more peaceful, sustainable for the next generation. We're not done perfecting our youth. We're living up to our founding creed, that all of us are created equal. All of us are free in the eyes of God. And that work involves you make choices.
Hey, Democrats are against.
And it's fair to say that this is not your typical election. It's not just a choice between parties, policies, the usual debates between left and right. This is a more fundamental choice. It's about who we are as a people. Whether we stay true to this great American experiment in self-government. Look, we Democrats have always had plenty of differences with the Republican Party. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's precisely this contest of ideas that pushes our country forward. But what we heard in Cleveland last week wasn't particularly Republican. And it sure wasn't conservative. What we heard was a deeply pessimistic vision of a country where we turn against each other and turn away from the rest of the world. There were no serious solutions to present problems.
You're not going to stand in the way here.
Just the fanning of resentment, and blame, and anger, and hate.
Hey, Democrats are against war, remember?
That is not the America I
You
know.
guys are blocking peaceful protests.
The America I know is full of courage, optimism, and ingenuity. The America I know is decent and generous.
Democrats want peace.
Sure, we have real anxiety about paying bills and protecting our kids.
Wrong party.
Parents are
You're
sick.
interrupting the president, ma'am.
We get frustrated with political
Hey,
gridlock.
Democrats want peace.
Worry about racist
The President of the United States is speaking right now.
We're shocked and sad about the madness of Orlando. There are pockets of America that never recovered from the back before. Men who took pride in hard work, providing for their families, who now feel forgotten. Parents who wonder whether their kids will have the same opportunities that we had. All of that is real. We are challenged to be better. Be better. As I've traveled this country, through all 50 states, as I've rejoiced with you, mourned with you, what I have also seen more than anything is what is right with America. I see people working hard and starting businesses. I see people teaching kids and serving our country. I see engineers inventing stuff. Doctors coming up with new cures. I see a younger generation full of energy and new ideas. Most of all, I see Americans of every part, every background, every state, who believe that we are stronger together. Black, white, Latino, Asian, Native American, young, old, gay, straight, men, women, folks with disabilities, all pledging allegiance under the same broad flag, because big, old, a mother and a grandmother who would do anything to help our children thrive. A leader with real plans to break down barriers and blast through glass ceilings and drive the circle of every single American, the next president of the United States, Hillary Clinton. tell you, it was tough. Because Hillary was tough. I was worn out. She was doing everything I was doing. But just like Jimmy Rogers, in his backward, and he is. But after it was all over, I asked Hillary to join my team. She was more surprised. Some of my staff was surprised. But ultimately, she said yes. Because she knew that what was at stake was bigger than either of us.
Yes.
Her intelligence, her judgment, and her discipline. I came to realize that her unbelievable work ethic wasn't for praise, it wasn't for attention. She was in this for everyone who needs a champion. I understand that after all these years, she hasn't figured out just who she's fighting for. Hillary still got the tenacity she had as a young woman working in the Children's Defense Fund, going door to door
Yes.
to ultimately make sure kids with disabilities get a quality education. She still got the part that she showed as our First Lady, working with Congress to help push through a children's health insurance program that to this day protects millions of kids. She's still seared memory of every American she met who lost loved ones on 9/11. Which is why, as a senator from New York, she fought so hard for funding to help first responders, to help the city of New York. Why, as Secretary of State, she sat with me in the Situation Room and forcefully argued in favor of the mission that took out Bin Laden. Truly prepares you for the events of the Oval Office. You can read about it, you can study it, but until you've sat at that desk, you don't know what it's like to manage a global crisis, or send young people to war. But Hillary's been in the room. She knows what's at stake in the decisions of our government. What's at stake for the working family, the senior citizen, the small business owner, the soldier, the veteran. Even in the midst of crisis, she listens to people and she keeps her cool. She treats everybody with respect. And no matter how daunting the odds, no matter how much people try to knock her down, she never, ever quits. That's why I can say with confidence, there has never been a man or a woman, not me, not Bill, nobody, more qualified than Hillary.
Look at Bill. He was just yeah. Okay.
And by the way, in case you were wondering about her judgment, take a look at her choice of running mate. Tim Kaine is as good a man, as humble and as committed a public servant as anybody that I know. I know his family, I know his kids. He will be a great vice president. He ideas to invest in new jobs. They help workers share their company's profits. Help put kids in preschool and put students through college without taking on a ton of debt. That's what leaders do.
Yay!
And then there's Donald Trump. Donald is not really a plans guy. He's not really a facts guy either. He calls himself a business guy, which is true, but I have to say I know plenty of businessmen and women who achieved remarkable success without leaving a trail of lawsuits and unpaid workers and people feeling like they got cheated. Does anyone really believe that a guy who spent his 7 years on this earth showing
I fell in
no
the chair.
regard for working people is suddenly going to be your champion? Hey, if so, you should vote for him. But if you're someone who's truly concerned about paying your bills, if you're really concerned about pocketbook issues and seeing the economy grow and creating more opportunity for everybody, then the choice isn't even close. If you want someone with a lifelong track record of fighting for higher wages and better benefits and a fairer tax code and a bigger voice for workers and stronger regulations on Wall Street, then you should vote for Hillary Clinton. If you're rightly concerned about who's going to keep you and your family safe in a dangerous world, well, the choice is even clear. Hillary Clinton is respected around the world, not just by leaders, but by the people they serve. I have to say this. People outside of the United States do not understand what's going on in this election.
That is so true.
I think you know how bad it is.
Oh, I do.
She's working closely with our intelligence teams, our diplomats, our military. She has the judgment and the experience and the temperament to meet the threat of terrorism. It's not new to her. Our troops have pounded ISIL without mercy, taking out their leaders, taking back territory. And I know Hillary won't relent until ISIL is destroyed. She will finish the job. And she will do it without resorting to torture or banning entire religions from entering our country. She is ready to handle
I'm getting an exercise.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump called
Okay.
for military a disaster. Apparently, he doesn't know the men and women who make up the strongest fighting force in the world today. He suggests America is weak. He must not hear the billions of men and women and children from Baltics to Pearl.
Yes, I can have this one.
Rosie's up to boot. Praises Saddam Hussein. Tells our NATO allies that stood by our side after 9/11 that they have to pay up if they want our protection. Well, America's promises do not come with a price tag. We meet our commitments. We bear our work. That's one of the reasons why almost every country on earth sees America as stronger and more respected today than they did 8 years ago when I was about. America is already great. of our democracy.
Preach, brother.
Ronald Reagan called America a shining city on a hill. Donald Trump calls it a divided crime scene that only he can fix. It doesn't matter to him that illegal immigration and the crime rate are as low as they've been in decades. Because he's not actually offering any real solutions to those issues. He's just offering slogans. And he's offering fear. He's betting that if he scares enough people, he might score just enough votes to win this election. And that's another bet that Donald Trump will lose. And the reason we're losing is because he's selling the American people short. We're not a fragile people. We're not a frightful people. Our power doesn't come from some self-declared savior promising that he alone can restore order as long as we do things this way. We don't look to be ruled. First Pennsylvania right here in Philadelphia all those years ago. We hold these truths to be self-evident.
All men are created equal.
We, the people, can form a more perfect union. That's what drove patriots to choose revolution over tyranny. And our GIs to liberate economy. Yeah. It's what gave women the courage to reach for the ballot. And marxists to cross a bridge and sell it. And workers to organize and fight for collective bargaining and better wages. America's never been about what one person says he'll do for us. It's about what can be achieved by us. Together. Hard, slow, and sometimes frustrating, but ultimately enduring work of self-government.
Yes.
That's great.
And that's what Hillary Clinton understands. She knows that this is a big, diverse country. She has seen it. She's traveled. She's talked to folks. And she understands that most issues are rarely black and white. She understands that even when you're 100% right, getting things done requires compromise. That democracy doesn't work if we constantly demonize each other. She knows that see ourselves in each other and fight for our principles, but also fight to find common ground, no matter how elusive that may sometimes seem. Hillary knows we can work through racial divides in this country when we realize that working black parents feel that their son leaves the house. This is so different than what a brave cop's family feels when he puts on the blue and goes to work.
And you know that firsthand.
She knows that acknowledging problems that have festered for decades isn't making race relations worse. It's creating the possibility for people of goodwill to join and make things better. Hillary knows we can insist on a lawful and orderly immigration system while still seeing these thriving students and their toiling parents as loving families, not criminals or rapists. Families that came here for the same reason our forebears came, to work and to study and to make a better life, a place where we can talk and worship and American. And the American dream is something no wall will ever contain.
You're not gonna be able to talk later on.
It can be frustrating, this business of democracy. Trust me, I know.
Oh, okay, so you have practice.
Hillary knows too.
Okay.
On the other side, refusal to compromise. Progress can stall. People are hurt by the inaction. Supporters can grow impatient and worry that you're not trying hard enough, that you've maybe sold out. But I promise you, when we keep at it, when we change enough minds, when we deliver enough votes, then progress does happen. And if you doubt that, just ask the 20 million more people who have health care today. Democracy works, America.
Yes, we can.
But we got
All right.
not just during
Got going
election,
viral.
but all the days in between. So if you agree that there's too much inequality in our economy and too much money in our politics, we all need to be as vocal and as organized and as persistent as Bernie Sanders was. But for mayors. We've got to engage not only young people on college campuses. We've got to reach out to the coal miner who's worried about taking care of his family. If we want to protect our kids and our cops from gun violence, we've got to get the vast majority of Americans, including gun owners who agree on things like background checks, to be just as vocal and just as determined as the gun lobby to drop, change every female and vote. Hillary's got her share of critics. She has been caricatured by the right and by some on the left.
Yes.
She has been accused of everything you can imagine and some things that you cannot. But she knows that's what happens when you're. She knows that sometimes during those 40 years she's made mistakes, just like I have, just like we all do. Yeah. That's what happens when you try. That's what happens when you're the kind of citizen Teddy Roosevelt once described. Not the timid souls who criticize from the sidelines, but someone who is actually in the arena. Hillary Clinton is that woman in the arena. tell us that our way of life is being undermined by pernicious changes, dark forces beyond our control. They tell voters there's a real America out there.
He's coming with the elevation, so I don't know what it's
This isn't an idea, by the way, that started with Donald Trump. It's been held by politicians for a long time. Probably since the start of our republic. It's got me thinking about the story I told you 12 years ago tonight. About my Kansas grandparents and the things they taught me when I was growing up. See, my grandparents, they came from the heartland. Their ancestors began settling there about 200 years ago. I don't know if they had their birth certificates. They were Scotch-Irish folks. Farmers, teachers, ranch hands, pharmacists, oil rig workers. Hardy, small town folk. Some were Democrats, but a lot of, maybe most of them were Republicans. Party elected. And my grandparents explained, folks in these parts, they didn't like show-offs. They didn't admire braggarts or bullies. They didn't respect the spiritedness. The folks who were always looking for shortcuts. Instead, what they valued, the traits like honesty and hard work, kindness, courtesy, humility, responsibility, helping each other out. That's what they believe. True things of the past, things we try to teach our kids. And what my grandparents understood was that these values weren't limited to Kansas. They weren't limited to small towns. These values could travel to Hawaii. They could travel even to the other side of the world, where my mother would end up working to help poor women get a better life. Applying those values. My grandparents knew that these values weren't reserved for one race. They could be passed down to a half-Kenyan grandson or a half-Asian granddaughter. In fact, they were the same values Michelle's parents, descendants of slaves, taught their own kids living in a bungalow on the south side of Chicago. They knew these values were exactly what drew American immigrants here. And they believed that the children of those immigrants were just as American as their own. Whether they wore a cowboy hat or a yarmulke, a baseball cap or a hijab, America has changed. But these values, my grandparents taught me, they haven't gone anywhere. They're as strong as ever. Still cherished by people of every part, every race, every faith. They live on in each of us. What makes us Americans, what makes us patriots, is what's in here. That's what matters. And that's why we can take food, music, and holidays, and styles of other countries and blend it into something uniquely ours. That's why we can attract strivers and entrepreneurs from around the globe to build new factories and create new industries here. That's why our military can look the way it does. Every shape is forged in the conscience. why anyone who threatens our values, whether fascists or communists or jihadists or homegrown demagogues, will always fail in the end. We don't fear the future, we shape it.
That's right.
We embrace it as one people, stronger together than we are on our own. It's what Hillary Clinton understands. This fighter, this stateswoman, this mother and grandmother, this public servant, this patriot, that's the America she's fighting for. That is why I have confidence, as I leave this stage tonight, that the Democratic Party is in good hands. My time in this office, it hasn't fixed everything. As much as we've done, there's still so much I want to do. But for all the tough lessons I've had to learn, for all the places where I've fallen short, I've told Hillary, and I'll tell you what's picked me back up every single time. It's been you. The American people. Survivor in Ohio, who twice almost lost everything to cancer, but urged me to keep fighting for healthcare reform. Even when the battle Steve lost, do not it's the painting I keep in my private office. Big-eyed green owl, blue wings, made by a 7-year-old girl who was taken from us in Newtown. Given to me by her parents so I wouldn't forget. A reminder of all the parents who have turned their dream into action.
Yes.
A small business owner in Colorado who cut most of his own salary so he wouldn't have to lay off any of his workers in the recession. Because he said that wouldn't have been in the spirit of America. It's the conservative in Texas who said he disagreed with me on everything. But he appreciated that, like him, I tried to be a good dad. Courage of the young soldiers in Arizona nearly died in the battlefield in Afghanistan. When he has learned to speak again and walk again. And earlier this year stepped through the door of the Oval Office on his own power to salute and shake my hand. Never been involved in politics. Picked up phones and hit the streets. Used the internet in amazing new ways that I didn't really understand, but name change happened. You are the best organizers on the planet.
Troglodyte.
Time and again, you've picked me up. And I hope sometimes I picked you up too.
Sir, yes, sir.
I ask you to do for Hillary Clinton what you did for me. The same way you carried me. Because remember who I was talking about 12 years ago when I talked about hope. It's been you who fueled my dogged faith in our future, even when the odds were great, even when the road is long. Hope in the face of difficulty. Hope in the face of uncertainty. The audacity of hope. And do my part as a private citizen. and to summon what is best